All right, we'll be going across to Abdul Samad Yaqub, senior leader of the PTI. G. Parsati is former Indian High Commissioner to Pakistan. Kamar Chima will also be joining us, strategic and political analyst. Abdul Samad Yaqub, for the first time, your party workers and supporters are targeting not so much the PDM government or Shahbaz Sharif, they're actually directly targeting the army. Today, GHQ was breached in Rawalpindi. I can't think of such an instance happening in the last 20 years. Are you now openly challenging the authority of the army to maintain law and order on the streets of Pakistan?
Well, you are right that this is the unprecedented move. I mean, things are unfolding that never had army, the institute or the buildings were vandalized the way the house of the Corps Commander Lahore is vandalized. So clearly, the message is clear that the workers of the PTI clearly accusing or holding responsible the army institutes. I mean, so this is a clear and evident. I mean, they do not accuse the PDM government or the ruling elite that they are behind the Imran Khan's arrest. So even today, when Imran Khan clearly accused the serving major general and the brigadier, so that definitely the workers of the PTI would follow the statement of Imran Khan. But we never wanted to.
But aren't you challenging, Mr. Yaqub, aren't you directly challenging the authority of the army, and thereby you're giving the army an opportunity to impose martial law?
Well, there are no chances of martial law at all. I mean, martial law was imposed 3 times in the past, and all of the time when the martial law was imposed, it was welcomed, overwhelmed by the people of the Pakistan. Sweets were distributed, but this time it's a totally opposite situation. This is the first time that their houses are being under attack. So things are unfolding in unprecedented way.
So let me ask G. Parsati, I mean, you've served long years in Pakistan. Have you seen something like this where general headquarters gates were breached, the Lahore co-commander's house was ransacked? I mean, the army is now directly in the line of fire of a political party. Earlier, there have been differences, the long march against Musharraf, the differences, of course, Musharraf unseating Nawaz Sharif in a coup, so on and so forth. But the army being targeted in such a fashion, has this happened before in recent times?
Well, not in my time. In my time, I've seen General Musharraf stage a coup and have the elected governments thrown out. That is the normal practice. This is the first time I've seen, especially in the province of Punjab, for the military to be attacked and a corps commander's house to be attacked. This is different from what has happened in the past. Based on my experience, and I've spent over 5 years there, watched a coup take place. When Musharraf wanted, he just took over. Here, I think Imran Khan is sort of, because the others are so incompetent and corrupt, people see in Imran Khan some guy who doesn't have those attributes of the others. But having said that, it's also a question of what the army will feel is its izzat. Mm-hmm. The present army chief, Asim Munir, was passed over and humiliated by Imran Khan.
Yeah.
And he was General Bajwa's man. And he made it by seniority and merit to the army chief. So you're going to have an army chief who doesn't particularly love Imran Khan.
Yes.
I would presume that would be true of a number of officers. But again, the situation is different because it's the first political leader I've seen, a Pathan, who enjoys support both in Punjab and in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So they all have to watch it and play it directly because I don't think even the military is going to rush in with action.
Okay.
But if Imran Khan pushes his luck too far, I mean, hitting a corps commander's house is unthinkable in Pakistani terms.
Okay, so let me ask.
The military will take its badra.
Kamar Chima, the general view seems to be if this chaotic looting and rioting and particularly army installations being targeted, if this were to continue for another 24 to 48 hours, then it would leave the army with no choice but to, use the full force at their command to A, maintain law and order on the streets of Pakistan, and B, the general consensus seems to be that this is just an invitation to impose martial law. Because for the first time, it's not the PDM or the ruling elite who are being targeted by PTI workers. It's directly the army. GHQ, the Corps Commanders House in Lahore, these are all army installations. So the authority of the army is being challenged directly.
You know what I look at the long term is that I think this is a trap for the PTI. This is a trap for the PTI workers because, for example, where the PTI workers entered into the Lahore Corps Commanders residence, that was an empty place. So obviously nobody was there on purpose. So all these men who are behind this, so obviously the military and the government, they are going to take to the task to the PTI, one thing. Secondly, the important thing is that, which has exposed very badly, that right after Imran Khan, there is no second or third tier leadership, and it is just directly the mob. So nobody is leading and telling them how to protest, where to go, what to do, what not to do. So the mob is there. These are like lower class, lower middle class, maybe upper class people. Those who are on the streets, they're supporters of Imran Khan, but they are on the streets having no agenda, not being led by the second tier or third tier, by Shah Mahmood Qureshi, Fawad Chaudhry, by such kind of people. So it tells that after Imran, who is in charge of the party, there is no one who is in charge of the party, and you have seen that nobody from the political class, from the party, has come up on the media to speak to the workers what to do, what not to do. So I think this is another angle. But think
isn't that more dangerous when you have a mob that is not necessarily being controlled by any leaders? It just runs amok, and when it runs amok, the more it runs amok, the more it's challenging to the army to come there and face the long arm of the law.
Well, in reality, what I believe is that this mob and these people, they are going to disperse in maybe next 2 hours, 4 hours. This is not going to stay for longer.
Okay, so you're saying that this is an aberration.
Whether the second tier leadership of the party will survive and stay or not. If the second tier, if there is some leadership left which can take decisions, that is something I believe is important. And I foresee, I have not seen any leadership from the party. I have only seen mob ruling on the road, and they're in few cities. They are not everywhere across the country.
Okay, so Abdul Yaqub, respond to that. I mean, he's asking a direct question to your party. That after Imran Khan, it can't be left to the mob to run your party. I mean, yes, we understand sentiments, but then where is the second-rung leadership? And the more you let the mob run, the more you're playing into the hands of the army.
Well, what Kamatima need to understand is that this is, no second-tier leadership is, even no leader is leading these protests. People come out by their own. And this is sort of a mob mentality. I mean, when they are aggressive, they are violent. They cannot be controlled. And the problem with the establishment, or even what I am requesting Mr. Kamashima to understand, is that is the miscalculation. I mean, they have done a grave miscalculation that they were not expecting the huge outcome of the people of the Pakistan. I mean, so this is the unprecedented. They were not expecting, and there is a way forward now. I mean, what is the next? The question is, what is the next? I mean, the only way forward is Imran Khan must be released immediately. He's the only person who come or deliver a video message that he has been released, and the protesters should be called off. So,
no. But Mr. Yaqub, what? No, one second. First of all, he has been taken into custody in a corruption case. Pakistan prides itself as a place where the judicial process works. You can't, just because, the mob has taken over the streets, you can't release a person who's been accused of corruption and serious corruption charges to be released the very next day. I mean, that doesn't particularly give a sign that this is a place where there is rule of law.
Well, I disagree here, because these cases are politically motivated cases by the driven agenda. 140 cases was filed so far against Imran Khan. There is the case of a blasphemy, there is the case of a high treason, there is the cases of the terrorism. So could you believe that Imran Khan is a terrorist? or he could commit the blasphemy. I mean, they are misusing the state power and filing the multiple cases. So even not possible for humanly, it is not possible for anyone to appear in the cases of for 140 cases in the court.
Okay.
So these are the clear.
The dilemma for the Pakistan army is clearly in the political realm. Imran Khan is by far the most popular leader in Pakistan. I mean, to the extent that today, if there were to be elections, he would win hands down. Yet at the same time, there is no love lost between him and the army. In fact, he's not named, but he has been going on television, going on social media, publicly accusing, saying that there is a major general who was the one who was plotting his assassination, so on and so forth. So I highly doubt if there will be any more love lost between the army leadership and Imran Khan. What will give in the next few days and weeks? Because this situation cannot be allowed to continue for longer, because it will just explode.
You know, whatever Imran Khan's popularity, it could not have exceeded that of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto.
Mm-hmm.
And Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was duly hanged by General Ziaul Haq. When the military steps in Pakistan, it means business. The point here is that Imran presently enjoys substantial political support both in Punjab and the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. So, frankly, it's as bad a dilemma for General Asim Munir, who has no reason to love Imran Khan, as it is going to be for the others. Because here you have an army chief who was virtually shoved out of the office of DGISI by Imran Khan. But he was General Bajwa's man. The army wields huge powers, and especially in Punjab. But therefore, I think they will wait for a time to let this cool down.
Mm-hmm.
As someone was saying, how long is this middle class crowd going to leave their businesses and come out on a strike for Imran Khan, who never has done anything great for the poor or the normal people of Pakistan? So I'd say let's stay and wait and stay and watch it, because this is different. For the first time, the army is being challenged by a population, a person who has huge popular support both in Punjab and in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
So, Kamachima, I'll give you the final word, just in terms of how this is likely to play, because the matter of the election went up to the courts, and there was this tentative agreement that elections will happen in October instead of the scheduled July-August. But if things were to go like this, it's clear that the PDM does not stand a chance in that election, because Imran Khan is going to play martyr. He's already started playing martyr, and you can see the public support that is there behind him. How may the army want to step in and resolve this situation? Of course, getting hold of the law and order situation is one thing that they might in the next few days. But how do they ensure that a man with whom they have burnt their bridges, or a man who has burnt his bridges with the army, who clearly, if an election were to happen, would come back or would win, or at least be the single largest party, how do they resolve this dilemma?
Well, there are, I think, two things to look at. The first thing is that that Imran Khan has he has put his foot on so many powerful toes. He has no friend in the system, one thing. The second thing is that it depends on the people. For how long they can test, for how long they can be on the roads for Imran Khan, that will pressurize the military and the courts. So that is very important. The second thing which I understand and foresee in coming months is there is going to be an environment in the country. An environment in the country is being created that Imran Khan has no hope. He's anti-state. He's a security risk for the country. So I personally believe in coming months, if this goes down till the people start realizing that Imran Khan will not come in power, I believe that will what I believe many quarters believe that we should create this environment so that at the end of the day Imran Khan doesn't remain the popular. But with this political rhetoric, if you believe he will come in power, I don't find things.
Okay, let's see how this plays out. And many a politician, even at the height of their popularity, have either been executed or been exiled in Pakistan. So there's a lot more to be written in this script between Imran Khan and the army. But like I said, for the very first time, the authority of the army is being challenged by workers of a political party. Army establishments are being directly targeted. You didn't see this in 99 when Mr. Musharraf, General Musharraf, carried out the coup. You didn't see this in 2007-8 when the lawyers carried out their long march. Army and its institutions were always put on a pedestal above the rest of the political class. That seems to have changed with Imran Khan and the current crisis in Pakistan. That's a wrap. I'll see you again tomorrow night.